Hi, it's Alison here. I'm here to talk to you today about how you can do a US order if you have an Australian doTERRA account. So it's super duper easy and it's actually really beneficial to us. We're really lucky that we have access to both the warehouses. They do have different specials on each month, so we can kind of choose which ones we want to take advantage of. The US do have some extra products, so that's the reason why we have access to both, is because we don't have everything here. It's sure come a long way from when I first joined. We have really vast majority of things here, but there's still quite a lot of things, like a lot of the gut health supplements and things like that that we can't get yet. But we can use that totally to our advantage. So one of the main advantages is that actually if you look at the PV to dollar value of the oils, quite a lot of the US products will have a slightly lower PV value. So for example, and the best example of this is helichrysum. So helichrysum is amazing. I wouldn't be without it. It's got incredible, powerful properties to it. But it is an expensive one. So it's $125 for one of the 5 ml bottles, but I've never paid for it. So in Australia, it is 95 points. And in the US, it is 75 points. So we can spend all our, get out all our everyday oils here in Australia and build up our points and then spend them with the oils that have slightly lower value, or a lot lower value in that case, in the US. So that's something I do. I'm very strategic about that and in where I buy which oils. So definitely have a look at that. Now remember, when you redeem points, it costs you $3 a time. So with that, I again will just save up all my points and generally do quite a big US order. So the main difference from doing a US order is that the shipping. So the shipping is $13.95. That is US dollars. So pretty reasonable, I think, but you don't get any shipping points back, which is, I think, still totally really good values. And that's just one reason why I do a large order at a time. That does go up. So if you do a bigger order, then the shipping amount will go up as well. So it can be a nice idea to actually get together in a little group. If you were just looking to get 1 or 2 things just to try them out, you could get together in a group, or your team leader might be doing a big team order just to try things out, and then you're not having to pay that shipping. But if you're going to be getting a few things, it's worth doing it on your own account, because then you're going to be getting all the points for what you're getting, and I really think the shipping is good value anyway. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to actually do a US order. So here we go. So when you log into your doTERRA back office, so mydoterra.com, put in your ID and your password, it brings you automatically to the shop tab. If the little pop-up box comes, then you can just make that go away. Then basically the big difference here is, you can see here we've got Australia products here and US products here. So I've got my Australian LRP sitting here, so I can click on that and edit that, but I've got no US LRP setting here. If you don't know what you don't know what LRP is, then go and watch my LRP video, and it's basically the monthly order. So make sure you're on top of that before you get stuck into this. But all you want to do is click on that US products. There we go. It's going to refresh. And now we have access to the US products. So you'll see, particularly here under wellness, that we've got a lot of products here. So we've got, like the Terra Greens, the women's supplements. So there's heaps of amazing stuff there. You've got the Digest Zen soft gels. You've got On Guard Plus soft gels, which are amazing. You've got all the kids supplements, a lot of the gut health products, things like DDR. So I'm going to create a new LRP order. And this is what I want to do. So select any date. You can totally change that once you're in the basket anyway, so it doesn't really matter when that is. And then say I want to add the DDR, so I'll just add this in. So we can get the DDR capsules in Australia, but we can get the oil from the US. Now this is a 30 ml bottle, and it's roughly the same price as the capsules, and you're getting about double the amount of oil, plus you can then use it topically on your body. So this is a really fantastic one to get. My husband actually drinks a couple of shots of this a day instead of taking the capsules. It's just a much cheaper way of doing it. So I want to add that into my cart, and then I can review my cart, and I can add other things in from there as I normally would. So another top tip, or other things that you can get are things like the veggie caps. So they're the little capsules that you can put your own oils in, so they're empty. All the kids stuff, the samples. So you got your toothpaste and shampoo and conditioner and deep blue rub. You can buy all little samples to give out to other people as well. They're really handy. And any new oils, that's the other thing. So the global convention is usually around September each year, and generally doTERRA will release some new oils, and they will be available in Australia within a few months, but this is a way that we can access them earlier, which is really, really great. So that's another thing that you could add in there. But I'm just going to show you a trick with the Vitalities. So if you're adding the Vitality pack, it is actually slightly cheaper to get the Vitality pack from the US. So we're really lucky that we can get it here in Australia now. It makes it so easy to just get them really quickly, although they're pretty quick from the US as well. But one of the advantages of getting from the US is that you can actually go here and edit the kit, and you can add these things on at a really reduced rate. So you can see here in the deep blue polyphenol complex is usually, I think it's like $50 or $60 US. So here you're getting it for $24. So they're really heavily discounted if you add them onto Vitality packs. This is such a cheap way of getting your supplements. So really easy thing to do and really economical as well. So yeah, I will just, one thing I will show you, another top tip is here. You'll see the US AU. Now this caught me out when I first did a US order. I thought, oh, it's US, but this is then converted into Australian dollars. It's still US dollars. Now, the reason why it has that AU there is basically in the US, if you've ever been to the States, you know that the price that's advertised on everything is before tax, and every state has a different tax rate for different things. So they're used to seeing an initial price and then the tax being added on at the end. Now, and it's different depending on where you live. But for Australia, they've added that tax on. So this is the all-inclusive price. But it is still US dollars. It's not Australian dollars. So you need to go to somewhere like xe.com and just that, literally xe, the two letters.com, and you can look at what the conversion rate for that will be. So just don't get caught out by that. So it is all inclusive, but it is Australian dollars. So I'm just going to save that. Then you will be able to see it. So you can now see here, I've got a US LRP order that I can go in and edit. I can now go in and delete the Australian one as well. So it won't let me delete the Australian one before I've set up the US one. Otherwise it thinks I'm coming out of LRP and I lose everything. So it won't let you do that. You have to set this one up first and then you can delete that. Now you can actually combine orders. So you could do say a 50-point US order and a 50-point Australian order, and you're still going to qualify for that's 100 points for you to qualify for commissions, which is amazing. Like, it's so good that we have that opportunity to have that, but you do need to be really careful that you don't get caught out, because as ever, hopefully you know, the number one golden rule to receive commission in doTERRA is that you have to have your basket saved at over 100 points at all times. So if you've got a 50-point US and a 50-point Australia one, doTERRA looks at you and that you can't find a 100-point basket, so it doesn't think you're entitled to commission. So as soon as you've shipped one, just make sure that you go in straight away and save it over 100, so that you've got something sitting there that's saved over 100, even if you the 100 points has come from separate orders. Now that doesn't work for product of the month. So the 125 points, if you process 125 points before the 15th of the month, you get the free product of the month. It has to be in one order. So you can't do 75. Often the US and Australia will have very different specials. So they won't talk to each other in that way. So whichever one you process first is the one that is the one that will send you. So if you do 125 point in both, whichever one processes first is the free one that you'll get. So you can be strategic about that as well. Look at the US, what specials have they got this month? Look at Australia, what specials have they got? Like, which one's better? Which one do you want? And you can really play that to your advantage as well. So my last top tip is really to be able to tick that Healing Hands Foundation box. So we have the opportunity to donate $1 with every order from the US. That will be coming to Australia very, very soon, I hope. Maybe even by the time you watch this, we have that now. But at the moment, it's only available for a US order. So I would always tick that box. If you don't know about the Healing Hands Foundation, all the amazing work that they're doing, then Google it. You can look on my website on healthymunchkins.com.au and see just a snapshot of some of the projects they're working on. It's amazing. If I've done a few Australian orders in between my last US order, then I'll just up it to a few more dollars, so it still feels like I'm donating $1 every time, so that I'm doing my little bit to support all these amazing things that they're working on. So anyway, hopefully that gives you a few of my top tips for doing a US order. Do it. It's easy, super duper easy. They come really fast. So my orders from the US actually come quicker than from the Melbourne office. So, and I'm in Brisbane, so don't be scared about the fact that it's so far away. It's really, really fast. So give it a go, try some of their amazing things, and hopefully that helps you. Bye.